What's up, my ponios? Andy with Eddie Vlogs. Excited to share with you guys this content here. The title suggests, guys, we're going to be going over the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra leather cases by Samsung. This is really exciting here. There really weren't very many options to choose from when you're purchasing your phone directly from Samsung. However, I think they've really leveled up their gear here to provide. I think Apple does a great job when they have their release, and Samsung should definitely step it up, and I think this year they have. I opted into like the space gray equivalent here on the Samsung website. This is a unique color. I got the same thing last year for the 22 Ultra. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and show you this, break it down, show you the leather. Apparently it's genuine. These are pretty expensive. Nonetheless, I'm gonna show you here what it's gonna look like on your phone. This is not a sponsored video. I did purchase these with my own money, so down below in the links in the description will be the product pricing availability if you guys want to check that out. I also have a little link if you're interested in getting the phone as well. With that said, let's do this. Unbox it and all that good stuff. The leather case from Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra from the folks at Samsung. While it comes in a myriad of different colors, I opted into the tan, which I think was more of a brown, but it's actually tan, or the black leather here, respectively. Out of the case here, oh man, these are delicate, but also they have some heft to them. I really like that. Look at that sheen on the leather there. Apparently it's supposed to patina over a number of days and months and weeks of use. Nonetheless here, I think this is really impressive here. Let's go ahead and show off the tan first. As you can see it in my hand, you can see that it does have the leather grain. It looks really awesome with the embossed Samsung logo. I love how they've wrapped the leather all the way around the edge, similar to the Apple leather case that I've reviewed here. Nonetheless, they've also got it with a nice microfiber lining here on the inside, which makes it feel so good. It's like suede, my heavens. This last year, Apple came out with theirs and it was poor. I didn't like it. It felt really artificial, but this seems super legitimate. In the corners there, as you can see, the leather is nicely folded and tucked and glued into it. This has a polycarbonate case core, which is flexible, so you can actually depress and feel that it goes in. Nonetheless, the leather seems to be genuine and feels really nice to the touch. I really like how they wrapped it through the camera bump there, which hopefully it does provide enough protection. I'm hoping that it doesn't poke through. I'm hoping that it doesn't, definitely. You have it wrapped around here to the buttons. These are aluminum metal buttons here. As you can see, they're like a copper. On the other side here, we've got nothing. And then on the bottom, you got the punch outs, which is kind of interesting because most of leather cases will actually have like a divot where they won't necessarily have the impressions there. But I like how they have that. I like how they have the speaker grill, S Pen, as well as the USB Type-C. On the top here, you've obviously got the punch out here for the speaker grill. But that is very impressive here. I don't necessarily know what this QR code is. I'm a little nervous that I just gave away something, but who knows. This was designed by Samsung and made in China. As you can see here, the leather was folded and glued around the edge, so it is a little bit tightening there. There's a few flaws in it, but more or less it seems like it's done very well. I'm not sure who they employed to do this, but Samsung, you've done really well. I mean, especially around this really interesting spot. As you can see, they hole punched it, wrapped it, glued it. It looks really good. Showing you the black here now. I think the black is my favorite. It's definitely very much a matte black with, you know, a dark tinge to it. I don't see a green or a blue. The Apple is more of like a blue black. This is definitely like a night black, which is really nice. I just noticed here that on one of the camera impressions, it's kind of interesting how they've pushed all the way into it, as you guys can see. So you can see this is manufactured very pleasantly, very professionally. It's very soft microfiber lining on the inside, feels like suede, and it's wrapped nicely all the way around the edges. As you can see, the microfiber doesn't go necessarily all the way across the lenses. I wonder if it had sizing issues or fitting issues, but nonetheless, it looks really good. Wow, that black is beautiful. I'm not noticing any issues with this wrap as well. Coming around the edge, you can see the punch out. You can also see This has more of a black metallic metal buttons, which is really nice touch as well. Alrighty, let's go ahead and place the first case into my first phone. Wow. Fortunately, it doesn't have necessarily a animation like Apple does. Apple has an animation when you place their leather into it. Nonetheless, this looks fabulous. Look at that. That is just beautiful. Oh my goodness. I love that sheen. This is supposed to patina over time, meaning as you use it, the oils on your fingers are supposed to make the leather more rustic, more weathered. It looks really, really good. As I made a comment earlier, it looks like the lenses, I don't know how I feel. The lenses seem to have probably a 64th of an inch, so it doesn't necessarily touch the lens. It's really tight though. It's very, very tight. But as you can see here, you do have the LED, which is on the center. That's what I thought was the depth, but it's the LED to make sure that it's not covered, which is a nice touch. I like that. Going around the front here, as you can see, it does have a forehead and chin to be able to give you some clearance in the event that you drop your phone. It's not going to hit on the face or scratch or anything like that. It's nice though that the chamfered edges are borne in mind so that you can still use your S Pen as you pull it out, and right on your screen you can still get all the way to the edge, which is really, really nice. I like that touch. With that said, you can see the punch out on the bottom here for your I/O, speaker grill, USB Type-C. You've got another microphone, S Pen, all that good stuff. Switching over to the tan, it looks really, really nice. I really like the buttons. They're very, very clicky. Looks awesome with that aluminum copper look there. The tan looks really cool in the hand. I really like that. Juxtapose it against the dark space gray of the camera lenses, and I think you've got yourself a great pair here. Finally, I wanted to see here if you had access to Qi charging, and it looks like you do. However, there's no magnets here on the back, so if you had something that was like a Qi charging puck or like their Samsung high-speed charging dock, you still have the ability to, which is awesome. I'm using this iWalk 5000 milliamp portable power bank. With that said, my ponios, I am really pleased with the leather that Samsung has gone out with. It doesn't smell. Nonetheless, it actually feels really good and soft to the touch. It's gonna patina over time, and it's certainly something that will definitely turn heads. I have a leather case on my 14 Pro Max, and this just looks so much better. I really love how it's just boom, 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 a couple of different punch outs. You have the rest of the real estate on the back of your phone, and it looks so cool when it's on the table, when it's in your hand. Oh, I love it. With that said, guys, this is not a sponsored video. Thanks so much for watching. Down below in the links in the description will be the product pricing availability. Hit that like button, guys. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll catch you in the next one.